In this video, Christopher is going to explain the importance of the backswing plane. Once you can grasp the concept of lower hands at the top of your backswing, it is going to help you achieve lower scores. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back. What I want to talk about now is the backswing plane, okay? We've all seen in the book where Hogan's set up and he's all good and he's got this little pane of glass over his shoulders coming down and he's telling us that we've got to stay under it, okay? So what is this going to look like from a different angle? If this is the pane of glass that was there, it's this little rectangular shape, you know, his head's popping through it or whatever, well, this is really cool. All right, and this is a great reference for us to stay under it. But what we also have to understand here is very, very important. When this pane of glass is sitting like this, you have to think about it as a plane instead of a pane of glass. So if it was a plane, it would infinitely go this way and back up this way. But it would also infinitely go here, and it would infinitely go here. Infinitely. Okay, so now when I'm making these moves to stay under it, now because of some of the other videos that we've seen and we're getting into the power angles or the carrying angles of the human body, now instead of going up, we have to go around. So when we go around, we are staying underneath the pane of glass. So all of a sudden it's here, and because I've gone around, if I can get that right, you'll see how the club and everything in my hands and everything are underneath this pane of glass. What happens with the modern swing teaching, they go here, and the second they start to lift this up, if the plane went infinitely, which we've already proven that it does, right? So if it goes here, the second you lift this club up, guess what? You're going to break the pane of glass. It's that simple. Does that work for some tour players? Absolutely. Does it work for some other players? Yes, it does. But the truth is, if you're trying to do what Hogan was doing and understand the fundamentals of what he was doing, it makes it a lot easier because, you know, the average recreational players that are out there lifting it up, all kinds of different things. Watch what happens. So I get here and let's pretend that I want to lift it up. And then the second I drop it down, people make this lateral move, and then they do all this kind of crazy stuff because they got to bring it up, put it down, try to figure out a way to rotate and come through. You know, it's not that easy of a coordinated move to make for a lot of people. And there's nothing wrong with that. So let's simplify it, get into the mindset, like Hogan said, everybody, and I mean everybody, if they just understand a couple of different concepts, they should be able to shoot under 80 all the time. Hogan even wrote it in his book. Just understand some things. Somebody that shoots 90, the second they break 90, they want to break 80. The second they break 80, they want to get into 70s. Whether they want to admit it to themselves or not, that's what we're doing. All of us know that we can be good golfers. It's really simple. We just have to gain control of our body, and we just have to control the movement and the path that our hands are making so that our body and our hands sync up. And I'm telling you right now, the easiest way to do this is to stay under the pane of glass, which means when you're making the move that we saw with the book that I did in the other video, when we turn that and get into the carrying angle, instead of coming up, we just want to keep going around. And when we keep going around, your body will recenter because it's going to seek balance, and then you're ready to just take off and hit this thing. But when you're staying under the pane of glass at all times with the hands, and the hands go around and you get to the top, this lead knee will come in, and it's really coming in and going in the direction of the trail knee. So all of a sudden it's like this. I'm staying under the pane of glass. I've gone around, and the second I go around, my buttocks will lead the way in what people believe to be this lateral movement, but they confuse it for lateral movement, which is no good. So it's here, and because I'm going around my body will seek balance. I'll get this nice looking running start, and then I'm going to come into that ball, and I'm going to be like this because we're going to run at it on the 7.5. So hopefully understanding why you should really keep your hands under this pane of glass the benefits are just exponential. It's going to help with your rotation. What do I mean by that? When I get here and I'm staying underneath this pane of glass, my body will keep turning, and there's the extra shift. The knees come in, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness. Now we know in the downswing, which is going to be a downswing plane video too, so make sure you watch that. But here, now it's just real easy to make the moves that are necessary to make all this stuff happen. So try it, guys. Keep your hands under that pane of glass in the backswing. It is extremely important if you're trying to do what Ben Hogan was doing. We'll see you in the next video.